In the fall of 2011, Latoya Ammons, her 3 children, and her mother moved into a small home in Gary, Indiana. Located on a quiet residential street, the unassuming house appeared completely normal. Nothing about it stood out, nothing suggested danger, nothing hinted at what was coming. What Ammons didn't know when she signed that lease was that her family was about to be plunged into what would later be described as one of the most disturbing alleged cases of demonic possession in modern American history. Welcome back to the archives, everyone. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Em.
And I am Nick.
And this is the place where we explore haunted locations, disturbing cases, and stories that sit right on that uncomfortable line in between belief and disbelief. And tonight's episode is very much one of those stories. Because depending on who you ask, what happened inside this house was either a genuine demonic infestation or a tragic combination of fear, stress, and psychological influence. Either way, it's a case with an unbelievable amount of documentation, so let's get into it. Latoya Ammons moved to 3860 Carolina Street in November of 2011. Living with her were her mother, Rosa Campbell, and her 3 children, ages 7, 9, and 12.
It's interesting because this is 2011.
Right.
And we're just into 2026, so that's what I did the math the other day. 15 years ago?
Yeah, and I feel like it's kind of rare that we talk about stories that aren't, like, super duper old.
Yeah.
So the house itself was a modest 1-story bungalow. It had 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a living room and a kitchen, a concrete basement, and a screened-in front porch. It wasn't flashy, but it wasn't old or creepy looking. It just looked like a place where a family could start over. At first, everything seemed fine, but it didn't last that way for long. The first sign that something wasn't right about the house appeared on the screened-in porch. Despite it being December and freezing cold in northern Indiana, large black flies began appearing. And not just a few. Dozens of them. Latoya and Rosa killed the flies constantly. They cleaned the porch over and over again, but no matter how many flies they got rid of, a new swarm would appear almost immediately. There was no food source, no garbage, no dead animals, nothing could explain it. And if you've ever dealt like something with that, when nature doesn't behave the way it's supposed to, it sticks with you.
Yeah, it's things are supposed to go one way.
That's not a coincidence to me.
Although, our shop does, we were just talking about it the other day, we have like 1 fly.
Just one.
I think it's just one.
Just one.
And I swear, like, we've killed it. It's wintertime. Like, they shouldn't be around.
Right.
And, like, so we've, obviously, like, we killed the fly. But then all of a sudden, like, a day later, there's another one. Just as big, the same, like...
Right.
Like, I mean, it's not like we can see it.
Yeah.
But it's almost like it's the same fly. And you're just like, what is this? And it always follows us. It's always only see it in the morning. When it's just me and this 2 other guys. And we're just like, this fly, it's here again.
You guys have
a
friend.
This? Yeah. Great friend. Flies appeared. Things escalated. The family began waking up after midnight to the sound of footsteps. Slow and deliberate footsteps. They sounded like someone walking up and down the basement stairs. And every time Latoya or Rosa went to investigate, no one was there. The doors were locked. The windows were secure. And then came something far more unsettling. I guess it would be better if something came more settling.
Yeah.
Both women reported seeing a shadowy figure of a man pacing back and forth in the living room. Not a reflection, not a trick of the light. A figure. And then the children changed. All 3 children stopped acting like themselves almost overnight. They began speaking in deep, unnatural voices that didn't sound like their own. That's weird. I always do it with the baby. I'll be like, oh, and like she'll copy it.
Yeah.
Like, if she talked in that voice, it'd be
like it's wild.
Whoa. Their mouths twisted into terrifying smiles, which is always creepy. Their eyes bulged wide and unblinking. And it wasn't like playful behavior. This wasn't an imagination behavior. According to Latoya, it only was just the beginning. Rosa Campbell later said the demons didn't affect her the same way. She believed that she was born with protection from evil, that some people are shielded by guardians. Latoya didn't feel protected at all. She said she felt possessed. Her body became weak. She felt lightheaded, overwhelmingly warm. Her body would shake uncontrollably. She said she felt like she wasn't fully in control of herself anymore. Latoya put it, "You can tell it's different. Something supernatural."
So the youngest child, just 7 years old, began sitting in a closet talking to a boy that no one else could see. The unseen boy spoke back. At one point, the boy described what it felt to be killed, which is just wild. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's so wild.
Then came physical violence. Rosa said she once watched the 7-year-old fly out of the bathroom as if he'd been thrown by an invisible force. Another time, a headboard ripped loose and slammed into Latoya's daughter, causing a wound that required her to get stitches. This was no longer just voices and shadows. This was dangerous.
That's insane. If stuff like that, like, I mean, I guess if my kid went flying out of a bathroom, I'd probably just leave at that point and be like, we're done.
Yeah.
Like, done.
Right.
I don't care. Or even if, like, Frank came over to me and she was like, the baby was just, like, tossed out of the bathroom.
Right.
Like, we're done.
Yeah.
Done.
That's enough.
We'll go there.
We'll figure
go
it
from
out.
there. Yeah. Or go to a hotel. We'll get a priest. We'll see if we can exorcise the place. And if not, we're out.
Yeah.
See ya.
Latoya's 12-year-old daughter later told mental health professionals that she sometimes felt as if she was being choked, held down, unable to move, unable to speak. She said that she heard a voice telling her that she would never see her family again, sometimes that she wouldn't even live another 20 minutes. Some nights were so terrifying that the family fled the house entirely, staying in hotels just to survive until the morning.
Oh, look at me. I'm such a spoiler.
You're such a spoiler. Although, I can't imagine hearing that. Like, you hear a voice in your head all the time that's not yours, telling you, you've got 20 minutes, like, dude. You got 20 minutes.
Right off the bat, I think sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
Like, with her. Like,
yeah.
that, she can't move, she can't do this, she can't do that, and stuff. But that, I mean, that's what I think. Not trying to discredit her.
No, but that is
what I would think. Like,
very much sleep paralysis.
If you've had sleep paralysis, you feel it, and then, like, some people see there's, like, people in suits and a hat and stuff like that, or the aliens, like the Greys and stuff, yeah.
So around 2 a.m. on March 10th, 2012, the family witnessed what many consider the most disturbing event of all. They were awake, late, grieving the death of a loved one. That's when Latoya's 12-year-old daughter began to levitate out of her bed. She was unconscious. Her body slowly rose into the air, hovered, and then drifted back down. She had no memory of it afterwards.
And I'm almost positive that there was a witness outside that saw this.
Sure.
I'd have to double check, but I'm almost positive I heard it when I was listening to another podcast cover this, that somebody was walking by outside or something. Maybe it was the, like, mom or the grandmom or somebody saw it. And it was kind of like, oh, they were, like, just playing or something like that. But then it was like, wait, they're way too high to be just jumping on a bed.
Right. Yeah, and, like, that's full on.
Yeah, I think pillows would always end up on the roof.
So much, like, weird things.
So after the levitation, Latoya and Rosa reached out to local churches for help. None of them were willing to assist. Eventually, 2 clairvoyants came to the house. Now, I don't know. I've heard that trying to get like an exorcism stuff is hard.
Oh yeah.
It's not like it's not like you can go to your local church and be like, I need an exorcism.
Right.
Like they have to like go up the line. And,
yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure they have to get permission from like 3 different like priests or something. Like it's like a whole thing. It's also really hard, like physically on your body to perform an exorcism, like a real one. Like if it's like, so I could see the standoff if you're a priest of like not wanting, like, no, maybe not today. Yeah.
They instructed the family to clean the home with bleach and ammonia. Weird.
Right?
They placed holy water on the blinds, makes sense, and the family's feet and foreheads, also makes sense. The altar was set up in the basement with a Bible, open the palms 9-1. Before leaving, the clairvoyants made a chilling proclamation. They told Latoya her house was haunted by 200 demons.
Hence the name.
On April 19th of 2012, Latoya took her children to see Dr. Geoffrey Oniku. During the visit, her younger son appeared to have been thrown through the air and slammed into the wall. Dr. Oyiku later said he had never seen anything like it. A Department of Child Services caseworker named Valerie Washington was assigned to investigate. While interviewing Latoya's 9-year-old son at the hospital, Washington watched in horror as the boy walked up a wall and onto the ceiling. She later quit working on that case.
Like, I probably would too. Like, this is actually far beyond my reach and my power. I don't know what y'all have going on here.
No. If I was that, I probably would have just left the hospital and been like, I don't know what's going on, but somebody needs to go in there. After the incident, all 3 children were temporarily taken from Latoya and placed into emergency custody by DCS. Desperate to get her children back and to stop whatever was happening, Latoya turned to a Catholic priest. Father Michael Magnet, a priest from Maryville, Indiana, agreed to help. He spent 4 hours inside the house interviewing Latoya and her mother. During that time, he documented strong activity, including wet footprints appearing in the living room. That's wild. He felt drawn to an area beneath the basement stairs. The concrete had been broken and filled with dirt, and objects were buried there. Father Magnot, Father Magnot theorized that satanic rituals may have taken place there. Though denied permission for a full exorcism, he performed 3 minor rites on Latoya, some in front of the police officers and DCS workers. Afterward, the activity started to slow, and Latoya returned to herself.
After the final exorcism, Latoya was eventually reunited with her children. A year after moving into the demon house, the family left and never returned. They moved back to Indianapolis, where they lived quietly ever since. According to Latoya, she experienced demonic activity for some time after leaving the house, but never on the same level. Not everyone believed the family, however. Doctors suggested the children may have been influenced by their mother's beliefs. One psychiatrist wrote, "This appears to be an unfortunate and sad case of a child who has been induced into a delusional system perpetrated by his mother." Another doctor concluded that Latoya's daughter may have been unduly influenced by her mother's fears.
Do you have my page right there where it says one psychiatrist wrote is blank?
Huh.
That's wild. We're in the same document, and mine is blank. That last little paragraph she just read. Mine's gone. It's just not there.
That's weird.
And hers is there.
Interesting.
That's wild.
That's weird.
Now we're going to be blessing our tablets.
All right. Another doctor concluded that Latoya's daughter may have been unduly influenced by her mother's fears. Former tenants that lived at the same place, the same house, reported no activity before or after the Ammons family lived there. Which is kind of crazy. Like, if it was the house that was doing it,
Yeah, but maybe the former tenants are the ones who opened the gate.
True.
Maybe they played with the Ouija board and didn't close it.
True. It always comes back to a Ouija board.
I'm not wrong.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
I didn't say you said I was wrong. But
anyway, moving on. In 2014, paranormal investigator Zach Baggins purchased the house. He spent years filming what became the 2018 documentary, Demon House. Baggins claimed production took longer than expected due to disturbances. Crew members quit, one became aggressive, the house itself, and one became aggressive, and they said that it was due to the house. Like, he didn't just randomly, like, oh, this random
he
guy.
just had a bad day one day.
Yeah, no, like, it was due to the energy of the house. The house itself seemed hostile. In 2016, Baggins had the house demolished. The basement stairs and the dirt beneath them are now displayed at his haunted museum in Las Vegas. In 2024, the film The Deliverance dramatized the story for a new generation.
Although the story of Latoya Ammons and her family sounds unbelievable, the amount of eyewitness testimony and documentation makes it impossible to ignore. Whether this was a genuine demonic infestation or a tragic psychological breakdown, something terrifying happened in that house. And now that it's gone, who knows where whatever it was will end up. Whether you believe it or not, we thought the story was more than interesting enough to tell. We hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to go check out our other team member Sam's blog and podcast at Scare Me Sam. And until next time, stay weird and stay haunted. See ya.
See ya.